Anaconda is a super well-known tool that allows you to manage several Python virtual environments and install libraries in those different environments. It also allows you to maintain several different versions of Python in the same machine without problem. With the introduction of the new Apple Silicon with the M1 chips on the MacBook Air, MacBook Pro and Mac Mini, many people are wondering how it's running. So let's have a look how Anaconda is running on the new Macs with the M1 chip. Hi! In this video we will test whether Anaconda is running correctly or not in the new Macs with the M1 chip. And then we will also run a few of the data science packages to make sure it's everything working. So I will start by downloading the individual version for macOS, and I will get the graphical installer. Once I downloaded it, let me launch this application. And since this is the first application I'm installing, Mac will also ask whether you want to install Rosetta or not. Of course, I will need to install it. Once installed, you can move on with your installation. Well, after installation, it asks you whether you want to install PyCharm or not. I will just continue and close and move to Bing. So now, if I bring up my terminal, I will just open a new tab. Let me go to my home. So this is my home directory. And if I have a look in my bash profile, I can see that there is an Anaconda initialization here. Basically, if I just do source bash profile, I already get the base environment here. So now I have access to my conda command. So what I'm gonna do is that I will create a new environment. So conda create, name test, and then I will ask the Python version for Python 3.8. And I will install Jupyterlab, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and scikit-learn. Anaconda will ask whether I confirm or not. I will confirm and the installation procedure starts. So now that it has been installed, I can activate the environment. It's called test. And then if I run the Python command, I can see that it's the 3.8.5. On the other hand, when I deactivate this, and let me open a terminal here that is not associated with Conda, if I run Python 3, I will get the version that comes with macOS, that is version 3.8.2. So let's make a quick test to make sure that all the libraries are working. So let me run Python here, and then I will import NumPy. And we can see that NumPy is working just fine. Matplotlib, it is also working just fine. For your reference, I will also run a few examples of Timeit just for you to have an idea of the performance of Python running on the emulation layer Rosetta 2. So I will just copy these examples from the Python website, and using our Anaconda environment, I will then run this command using Python. And here you can see, so here we get 16.6 microseconds per loop. Let's try this other loop here. And just as an example, it was 30 in the log that we see in the Python website. So I'm not sure which machine they run it, but these are the results that I'm getting out of the MacBook Air. And then finally, let me open here a network simulator that is implemented in Python, and it uses all the libraries. So I will just git clone it here. And then I will also install NetworkX because I know that this simulator uses the NetworkX package. After downloading it, and if we go to the results folder, I will delete these results. And now let's run the simulator. As we can see, it's running here. And if we open the activity monitor, we can see here that it's running in Python 3.8 in emulation. But still it's running the multiple threads of the simulator. If I bring up here CPU history, right now we have 6 processes running, and we can see that all the cores are pretty much being used. I will also bring up here the monitoring tool, and as we can see here, the performance cores are being used. So pretty much we have 100% utilization now. If we look at the results, we can see that PDFs are being generated. So this means that matplotlib is working, and also this code uses all the other libraries that we mentioned. So for you who works with data science, as of now it's pretty much safe for you to buy the new Macs with Apple Silicon, as long as you are fine with running your processes with Rosetta in the emulation layer. However, from what it seems now, this emulation layer works very nice and you will not have big losses in terms of performance. So that's it for today's video. Make sure to hit the like button if you liked the content, and consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. If you want to know something more about the new Macs with the M1 chip, please leave a comment below. See you in the next one.